October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are going to do something really special for you and for anyone that you would like to make a pink ribbon quilt for. Keep watching. Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. It's October, and that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, I know that many people watching today know someone who has been affected by breast cancer. I personally know what it's like because in 2007, I got the pronouncement that I had breast cancer. And I have my treatments all behind me. I'm doing great, feeling good, feeling very young, much more young than I am. But what we have for you today is we have some beautiful breast cancer quilts, and we have something very special for you, and that is a free pink ribbon quilt that you can make for those that you know and love, or if you're just doing a charity quilt. So let's start off with this first one. It's called Urban Chic. Urban Chic is a quilt pattern that we've made that has a little bit different look to it. I've actually used similar tonals here, but it really shows off the pink. It has beautiful roses, and it's just the right size to say take that little coolness off that sometimes happens in the hospital rooms or in the chemo rooms. So let's put that up on the table, and I will show you this fabric. So this one is a beautiful pink rose with the shades of green. And this is going to be your number 1 fabric. That will go in your focus fabric. And in this particular case, this quilt, I chose to put that focus fabric on the border. And I like to do that sometimes because it really gives you a different look when you put a floral out on your border. You also have it in the center of this block. Then your number 2 fabric is your background color that causes the other colors to really come forward. So this pink will be your number 2 fabric, and the number 3 is usually a darker fabric, which will then be an accent color, and then we also end this quilt with the green on the outside edge. So this is a beautiful quilt, and you know that you want to wrap someone you know and love in that love. So let's use this particular one, 8021720. Rose Garden is the name of the kit. Urban Chic is the pattern, and that pattern is also found in the book Fast and Fun. We have another one for you that also uses Fast and Fun, and one thing about this is that not everybody likes the same shades of pink, so we've got all different kinds of shades in this particular grouping. So this one is all about hearts, and you want people to know that you have heart and concern for them. This would be our focus fabric that's going to go in this border and also the center of the Urban Chic pattern. And then the number 2 fabric is going to be the pink dot, and then the number 3 will be your pink in the little sprigs. This is just a really sweet quilt, and this is the number. It's 8021796. All My Love. Urban Chic is the name of the pattern. It's from the book Fast and Fun, and this is a last chance. There are only 4 remaining. But remember, if you want to make the quilt a little larger, 2 kits would work perfectly to make a twin size. Okay, this next one is called Sweet Times, and Sweet Times is one that I like because it shows the focus fabric up in the large blocks right here. Then they're each bordered with a second and a third fabric. So let's put that over here. And this one is a beautiful tulip quilt pattern. So the tulip quilts are all directional, and so this is the perfect quilt for that because you have no problem with all of the tulips growing in the same direction. You will border one of the blocks with the number 2 fabric, and then you'll border the second block with the number 3 fabric. So you'll get this alternating look here with the different color borders. So this one is called Fresh Cut Tulips, 8021791. Fresh Cut Tulips. Sweet Times is the name of the pattern. It is available in easy peasy 3-yard quilts. Now the next pattern that I'm going to show you is one that I designed right after I finished my treatment in 2008. And I designed this specifically for a breast cancer survivor quilt because whenever I was in treatment, they had a prayer group, and I always start wanting to cry at this time, sorry. But they had a prayer group, and all of these quilts were there that people had made for the cancer patients. And it was so touching to see all of the work that had gone into those quilts. And I know that one thing about having breast cancer is you don't feel very pretty. And so to have a beautiful quilt is just amazing. So I designed this one as a lap quilt that could be used in the chemo treatment because it would just cover you up enough to kind of keep you warm. And I designed it so there's an extra little block here if you wanted to add a pink ribbon. And then I put a pink ribbon with chenille. So let's put that one up on the table. And we're going to look at the fabric, but I have had a drink of water. Okay, so this one is called the Awareness Ribbon, and we're going to put this pattern on our website, and you will be able to download this pattern for the month of October. So you can go and get that under the free goodies tab. So the number 1 fabric is the teacups with the little birdies, just a precious quilt. And then the number 2 fabric is the splatter, and that's going to go here. And the number 3, we're going to put the pink, and that borders this block. Now let's look at making the pink ribbon. We have a product called Chenille by the Inch, and chenille is a product that goes down flat and then you brush it to fluff it. So you could add this to your quilt top right here. See how that would go? It just fits in this particular block, and this is the pattern for that. All right, the first thing you're going to do when you get your chenille is you're going to give it a little tug, and it will separate at the backing. That is a backing that we use for manufacturing. You'll just pull that off and throw it away. Then after you remove all of this backing, you're going to cut it into strips in between the stitch lines. And this is the stitch line that you use for sewing it to the background of your block. Now once it's all sewn down, you're going to use 2 things. You're going to use the spray bottle, and you're going to use the chenille brush. And this is what you do. First of all, let me put this, I'm going to put it over my finger. I'm going to put the brush down flat, and I'm going to do little circles just to kind of get it started in roughing up. You will take and spray that little bit with a spray bottle, and then you brush again in your little circles. And it will automatically separate those fibers, and you'll get this beautiful, fluffy chenille like you see right there. So when that dries, it'll curl up around, and it'll be just delightful. This is 8021790 Afternoon Tea. It's awareness ribbon, and we do have Donna's pick for the backing. So this is a beautiful green that is really well coordinated with the front where it has the little green touches. And you can select that whenever you order the quilt. You can get a free roll of chenille with each one of these kits. We will add that to your kit whenever we ship. It is $10.99 normally, and you'll get that free. And that's while supplies last. We do have the pattern online that you can get free, but if you order the kit, we will get it free in your package. This one is called County Fair, and I really like this one because it has 3 different blocks in it, and it just seems like it keeps the movement going. Now, we're not talking about that fabric, though. We have some other fabric that's absolutely gorgeous that's going to look good in this one. And of course, it also has a little touch of pink. Now, this one is a stained glass. Now, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love roses, and so this is going to be beautiful in this block. And then that is your focus fabric. Then you're going to have your number 2 fabric, and you can kind of really see this because this is a modeled fabric that's very similar to the one that's back there, only in pink. So that'll be here and here in your number 2 spot. And then we've got, bringing out the black and the stained glass, we're going to have that here and here. So that's really going to create a lot of movement in your quilt. It'll be a beautiful quilt. and it is called Stained Glass 8021-794 County Fair, and that is in the book Easy Does It. That's only available in the book, so we have a recommended replacement with Gallery, and so Gallery pattern will come with that if you're purchasing the quilt without getting a book. Now the next one's going to be a quilt that's done with fat quarters, and this is a Fran Morgan design. And this one she created, and when she created that block, she has talked about how she's created the block and was looking at it, and she said, "What do you think about this, Mom?" And I said, "I think it's adorable, and it makes me think about little chocolate candies, little chocolate kisses." So we named it Sweet Treats. And let's put that up on the table. And I think this one would be absolutely fun if you gave a little bag of the Hershey's Chocolate Kisses and this quilt. And it's great because it's going to have the contrast that you need in this particular quilt by choosing your fat quarters like this. First of all, we have these light colors in the quilt, and you see these light colors and you see these light colors. That's right here. These are your light colors. Now you want high contrast between those light and your medium colors. So this is very important with the fat quarter quilt. This is a little different from the traditional 3-yard quilt because you want high contrast between your light and your medium. So you have your light and then you have these medium colors. And actually, if you do the little test where you take a photograph of these colors, you'll see that these have so much light in them that they come out looking more medium than these because they don't have the light in the fabric. So this is the way it's put together with your choices. This pattern is in the book, Fat Quarter Quilting Fun. So if you order this kit, it does not come with a pattern, but if you order 3 kits, you could ask for this book instead of the individual patterns. It has 7 different patterns in here, and each one of these uses just 12 fat quarters. So this one, let's look at the information. It is 8021087, X's and O's. Sweet Treats is the name of the pattern that's in the book, Fat Quarter Quilting Fun. Okay, this next one is Pinwheel Party. And Pinwheel Party, we're out of this fabric. It would have been a perfect one for a pink ribbon or a pink breast cancer awareness month quilt, but this one will look great in the other fabric that we've selected for you. So we'll put that one up here. This one's called Sunshine Soul, and it is very pretty. And it has a lot of vibrant colors in it. And it's very easy to see how great this one's going to look if you use this fabric in this particular square. And then you're going to use this light kind of a pinky purple color is going to be here. And that causes your high contrast with the darker lavender, and that would be going in this section. And your pinwheel. So this one is called Sunshine Soul 8021795. Pinwheel Party. It's Pinwheel Party is the name of the pattern that's in the book, Quick as a Wink. The alternate pattern is Pinwheel +1. All right, now next we have Tic Tac. Tic Tac's another good one for showing off 2 big blocks, and you can either use a focal print and then a more of a mottled color, or you could use 2 prints, and it's a great way to show off 2 prints. So let's put that up here, and we'll show you the cute one we have with this. This one's like light pinks and dark pinks and purples. It's really great. So this is your number 1 fabric, will be your hearts with the black background. Now, this is a really cool example of, you might look at this and say, this looks like the darkest, but we want these to be in our 1 and 2 spots. So we took this one, we put it in the number 1 spot, and when you take that out of the equation and you compare these two, this one's your light, this one's your dark, so it would be the other heart here. So you'd have hearts and hearts with your magenta in this section. This one is called Love Filled 8021793. Tic Tac is the pattern, and Easy Peasy is the book. The next one that we're going to talk about, the pattern is called Balance, and it's from the brand new book, Quilts on the Double, and this is another Fran Morgan design. And the way that this one works is you have your focus fabric here, and then you have your number 2 fabric, but the really cool thing is you can still have a pattern in number 2 because it's going to be separated by the number 3. So that's important when you're putting your fabrics together. If you want to show off 2 really busy prints, it's always fun to do that. Now we do have this fabric available that we just showed, but we wanted to put some pink in there, so we've got another fabric for you. And now you get to use your imagination as I show you where we're going to put these fabrics. So our number 1 fabric is this gray. It's kind of a watercolor look. It's gorgeous. And this is going to go in this block. And that's your number 1. Now your number 2 goes in this block. So it's going to be separated by your number 3 fabric, which is going to be the sashing around this particular block. So it's a fun way to do it. You're going to see how fun it is, and the pink is going to be very dominant in this one. So the name of this one is Art Show 8021792. Balance is the name of this pattern, but it's only available in the Quilts on the Double. The alternate pattern, which we will provide with the kit, is called Dash, and that'll give you a similar look because it has the 2 blocks, and you can still use your 2 different fabrics in those 2 blocks with your background would become the green. Now, all of these patterns today are just symbols of your love that you want to give to those who might be going through that trying time in their life. So we hope that you'll remember them, and we will be providing for you the awareness pattern, and you will get that free on our website, and then it'll be there for the whole month of October, so be sure to check that out and download it. Otherwise, our patterns are available in our 8 different books that we have published. They're $15.99 each. Each one takes just 3 yards of fabric with instructions for twin and king queen. So lap, twin, and king queen. So check it out at fabriccafe.com, and be sure to subscribe and watch our videos every Tuesday and Thursday. It's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Have a great evening.